الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على إمامنا وقرة عيننا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن دعا بدعوته واستنى بسنته واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين وبعد. إلى منزلة جديدة من منازل إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين هي منزلة الشكر.
After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and saying salat and salam on the messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Sheikh said that we are going to start a new station from the stations that are between you alone we worship and from you alone we seek help, and that is the status or the station of gratitude, thanks.
يقول ابن القيم رحمه الله مبتدئا حديثه عن هذه المنزلة.
Ibn al-Qayyim starts regarding this station by saying,
وهي من أعلى المنازل.
It is from the highest of the stations.
وهي فوق منزلة الرضا.
And it is above the station of rida or satisfaction.
وزيادة.
And even more.
فالرضا مندرج في الشكر.
For satisfaction or being pleased with Allah is included in gratitude or offering thanks.
إذ يستحيل وجود الشكر دون الرضا.
Because it is impossible for thankfulness to exist if without having the being satisfaction or being pleased with Allah.
وسبق أن بين رحمه الله أن الإسلام أو الإيمان نصفان، نصف صبر والآخر شكر.
He already clarified rahimahullah that faith or iman is two halves. One half is patience, the other half is gratitude.
وكما الحال في الصبر فإن الله قد أمر بالشكر ونهى عن ضده.
Like patience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded us to be thankful, and He forbade the opposite of that.
أثنى على أهله.
He praised the people of thankfulness.
ووصف به خواص خلقه من الأنبياء.
And He described the most special of His creation, the prophets, that they have that quality of gratitude.
وجعله غاية خلقه وأمره.
And He made it the objective behind His creation and His command.
ووعد أهله بأحسن الجزاء.
And He promised the people of gratitude with the best of rewards.
وجعله سببا للمزيد من فضله.
And He made it a cause leading to more of His bounties.
وحارسا لفضله ونعمه.
And He made it also a guard for His bounty and favors.
وأخبر أن أهله هم المنتفعون بالآيات.
And He also informed that the people of gratitude are the ones who benefit from the signs or the verses of Allah.
واشتق لهم اسما منه.
Allah Azza wa Jal
بنفسه.
derived for them a name from His own name.
فاسمه الشكور.
So His name subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Shakur, the one who is very thankful.
وهو غاية الرب من عبده.
And this is the objective that the Lord wants from His servant.
وهم القليل من عباده.
And they are, the thankful ones are the very few of the servants of Allah.
بعد هذه المقدمة
After this introduction,
يشرع بذكر الأدلة من كتاب الله ومن سنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم كما هي عادته.
he starts then mentioning the proofs from the book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam as it is his habit.
يقول سبحانه
Allah says,
واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون.
Be thankful to Allah if you truly are worshipping Him.
واشكروا لله واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون.
Be thankful to me and do not deny my favors.
وقال سبحانه عن إبراهيم عليه السلام
He said also about Ibrahim عليه الصلاة والسلام,
إن إبراهيم كان أمة قانتا لله حنيفا ولم يك من المشركين شاكرا لأنعمه.
He said, subhanahu wa ta'ala, surely Ibrahim was a nation on his own. He was completely devoted to worshipping Allah. He drifted away from associating partners in worship with Allah, and he was never of the mushrikeen, the polytheists. He was thankful for his favors.
وقال عن نوح عليه السلام
He said about Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam,
إنه كان عبدا شكورا.
surely he was a servant who was very thankful.
وقال سبحانه
And he said, subhanahu wa ta'ala,
والله أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون.
And Allah brought you out from
لعلكم تشكرون.
لعلكم تشكرون. Allah brought you out from the bellies of your mothers, not knowing anything, and He made for you hearing, the eyesight, and the hearts, so that you may be thankful.
يقول سبحانه
Also Allah says,
واعبدوه واشكروا له إليه ترجعون.
and worship Him and be thankful to Him. To Him you will return.
ويقول سبحانه وسيجزي الله الشاكرين.
And Allah says also, Allah will reward the thankful ones.
ويقول سبحانه وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد.
And when your Lord declared, if you are thankful, I will increase you, that is in favors. And if you deny me, deny my favors, then surely my torment is severe.
ويقول سبحانه إن في ذلك لآيات لكل صبار شكور.
Surely in that there is signs for everyone who is very patient, very thankful.
وسمى نفسه سبحانه شاكرا وشكورا.
Allah called himself Shakir and Shakur, thankful.
وسمى الشاكرين بهذا.
And also he called the people who thank him thankful, Shakir.
فأعطاهم وصفا منه.
So he gave them an attribute like his.
وسماهم باسمه.
And he called them a name like his name.
كما يقول سبحانه
Like he says, subhanahu,
إن هذا كان لكم جزاء وكان سعيكم مشكورا.
surely this is a reward for you, and your labor, your striving hard is to be thanked.
ورضا العبد ورضا الرب سبحانه على عبده إذا شكر سبحانه فقال وَإِن تَشْكُرُوا يَرْضَهُ لَكُمْ.
And he mentioned his pleasure, subhanahu wa ta'ala, with his servant when he thanks him, like his statement, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you are thankful, then he is pleased with that from you.
وقلة أهله في العالمين تدل على أنهم من خواصه.
The fact that the people of thankfulness are very few of the mankind, this shows that they are from the most special people.
كما قال سبحانه
As he said, subhanahu wa ta'ala,
وقليل من عبادي الشكور.
and very few of my servants are the thankful ones.
هكذا هي الآيات التي جاء بها ابن القيم رحمه الله بعد أن وضع مقدمة واستشهد لها بهذه الآيات.
These are the verses that Ibn al-Qayyim alayhi rahmatullah mentions. After he made that introduction, he brought these verses as proof.
جاء بعد ذلك بذكر مجموعة من الأحاديث.
He mentioned after that a group of ahadith.
ففي الصحيحين عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم
In Bukhari and Muslim from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
أنه قام حتى تورمت قدماه.
that he prayed the night prayer until his feet got swollen.
فقيل له
He was told,
تفعل هذا وقد غفر لك ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر.
you are doing this while your past and future sins have been forgiven.
فقال عليه الصلاة والسلام
He said, alayhi salatu wasalam,
أفلا أكون عبدا شكورا.
shall I not be a servant who is thankful?
وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام
He also said, alayhi salatu wasalam,
لمعاذ
to Mu'adh,
والله يا معاذ إني لأحبك
by Allah, O Mu'adh, I surely love you.
فلا تنسى أن تقول دبر كل صلاة
Do not forget to say after every salah,
اللهم أعني على ذكرك
Oh Allah, help
وشكرك
me to remember you.
على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك.
Oh Allah, help me to mention you, to remember you, to thank you and to worship you perfectly.
ومما ثبت في أدعية النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم
Part
دعاؤه
of what has been established from the dua of the Messenger ﷺ is this dua.
دعاء طويل منه مقطع.
It's a long dua. Part of it says,
رب اجعلني لك شكارا
O Lord, make me someone who is very thankful to you,
لك ذكارا
very much mentioning you,
لك رهابا
very much fearful of you,
إلى آخر الحديث.
to the end of the hadith.
هكذا يا إخوة ساق الإمام ابن القيم رحمه الله مجموعة من الأحاديث وقبلها مجموعة من الآيات.
So Ibn al-Qayyim alayhi rahmatullah mentioned a group of verses and ahadith.
وهي عادته في تأليفه في كتابه هذا.
This is his habit in this book that he authored.
ثم يشرع بعد ذلك في بيان معنى الشكر.
Then he starts explaining the meaning of thankfulness and gratitude
وما يتعلق في هذا الباب.
and what relates to this topic.
فيقول
He says
أصل الشكر في وضع اللسان أي لغة العرب
that the root meaning of shukr in the linguistically in the language of the Arabs,
ظهور أثر الغذاء على الجسد.
for the effect of food and nourishment to show, to emerge, to appear on the body.
يقال في اللغة
It is said in the language,
شكرت الدابة تشكر شكرا. عد وزن شو بدي أعمل لك هذا.
yes, that's okay. You can,
على وزن سمنت دبر حالك.
So this word, the root meaning, and he mentioned the different derivatives of that. It is when you speak about the animal, saying that it has this, then it has grown in body and became fat.
ودابة شكور إذا ظهر عليها أثر السمن.
Also, the animal, when it is described as shakur, then the fat is showing on its body, so it grew in body.
وكذلك يا إخوة حقيقته في العبودية.
And this is the same actually meaning in terms of worship and servitude.
وهو أثر أو ظهور أثر تلك النعم على اللسان والجسد والقلب.
And this means that thankfulness here is for the effect of the favor and the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to appear on the body parts, the tongue and the body parts.
واكتبوا ما أقول.
Write down what I say.
الشكر مبني على 5 قواعد.
Thankfulness is based upon 5 principles.
أول قاعدة خضوع الشاكر للمشكور.
The first principle is the one who is thankful is completely humble and submits himself to the one being thanked.
مع الخضوع يأتي الحب. حبه له.
Along with humbleness and submission to him, it comes love for the one who is being thanked.
قد يخضع الإنسان لقانون. لكنه لا يحبه.
Maybe someone would surrender and submit to a specific law, but he doesn't like it.
ولذلك لا بد مع خضوعه أن يكون هناك حب.
So there must be, along with this humbleness and submission, there must be love for the one being thanked.
الأمر الثالث أن أعترف بنعمه.
The third one is to recognize and confess the favors of Allah upon you.
والأمر الرابع ثناؤه عليه بها.
Fourthly, to praise Allah Azza wa Jal with those favors that He granted you.
والأمر الخامس
The fifth one,
ألا أستعملها فيما يكره.
that I should not be using these favors in things that He subhanahu wa ta'ala dislikes.
أنعم الله علي بسيارة.
Allah Azza wa Jal favored me with a car,
أستخدم هذه القواعد في هذه النعمة.
so I use these principles regarding that favor or bounty.
فأشكر أخضع لربي بهذه النعمة.
So I submit and humble myself before my Lord for that favor.
أحبه لأنه أعطاني إياها.
I love Him because He gave me that.
وأعترف بنعمته علي فيها.
And I confess and admit that He favored me with it.
وأثني على الله لأنه أعطاني إياها.
And I praise Allah for giving me that.
ثم لا أستخدمها فيما حرم الله.
Then I do not use it in things that are haram.
وعد بعد ذلك ما شئت من النعم وهي كثيرة لا تحصى.
And you can count as many as you want of the favors and treat them in this way, and these favors are many, are countless.
هذه الخمس لا بد أن تحفظ.
So these 5 principles must be memorized.
فإذا اختل واحد منها ذهب الشكر.
If one of these is missing or deficient, then thankfulness is deficient.
مثلا
Example.
الله أنعم علي بالصحة والعافية.
Allah favored me with health and well-being.
فلو شكرته باللسان.
If I thank Him with my tongue,
لكنني استخدمت هذه الصحة في الاعتداء على الناس.
but I used this health to violate others, to transgress against them.
فهل أكون شاكرا؟
Am I thankful?
إذا لا بد أن أحقق هذه الخمس.
Then I must actualize these 5 principles.
من يعيدها؟
Who will repeat them? Who will
نعم.
repeat those 5?
الخضوع.
Humbling yourself before Him.
نلخصها: خضوع وحب
Love,
واعتراف
confession and admission.
وثناء
Praise,
وحسن استعمال.
and using it in a good way.
لخصتها في كلمات:
5 words. Summarized in 5 words.
خضوع
Humbleness,
وحب
love,
واعتراف
admission,
وثناء
praise,
وحسن استعمال.
and good use.
فإذا استعملت هذه القواعد في كل نعمة ينعمها علي أكون حينها شاكرا لله.
If I use all of these 5 regarding every favor that Allah gives me, then I will be thankful to Allah.
فإذا تحقق بعضها واختل البعض.
So if some are present and some are deficient of these principles,
اختل الشكر حين ذاك.
then the thankfulness will be deficient.
ثم يعلق ابن القيم رحمه الله على هذه فيقول:
Then Ibn al-Qayyim comments on this saying,
وكل من تكلم على تعريف الشكر
everyone who spoke regarding the definition of thankfulness,
فكلامه إليها يرجع.
his speech goes back or refers back to these 5.
وعليها يدور.
And they revolve, those definitions, they revolve around these 5 words.
ولذلك قلت لكم:
This is why I told you,
احفظوا هذه الخمس
memorize these 5
وطبقوها
and apply them.
تشكرون حقا.
Then you will be truly thankful to Allah.
وذكر مجموعة من الأقوال.
Then he mentions a group of statements
أذكر بعضها.
regarding the definition of thankfulness. He said, I will mention some.
قال: فقيل حده أي تعريفه.
It was said that the definition is
الاعتراف بنعمة المنعم على وجه الخضوع. هنا ذكر كم واحدة؟
he said to confess the favor of the one who gave him the favor, showing submission to him, showing humbleness towards him. So in this definition, how many of these principles he mentioned?
أمرين من الخمسة.
He mentioned 2 out of 5.
وقيل الثناء على المحسن بذكر إحسانه.
It was said also as a definition to praise the doer of kindness by mentioning his kindness.
ذكر واحدة.
So in this definition, he mentioned 1 point.
وقيل هو عكوف المحب أو القلب على محبة المنعم.
It was said also for the heart to be completely turning and to be completely devoted to the love of the one who gave him the favor.
وجريان اللسان بذكره والثناء عليه.
And also for the tongue to move by mentioning him and praising him.
كم واحدة ذكر؟
How many did he mention in
ذكر
this?
3.
3 in this 3 points in this definition.
وما ألطف ما قال حمدون القصار.
He said how great it is what Hamdun al-Qassar said.
قال شكر النعمة
To be thankful for the favor.
أن ترى نفسك فيها طفيليا.
That you view yourself regarding it to be a parasite, an intruder.
ما معنى طفيلي؟
What is the meaning of tufayli, parasite or intruder? Tufayli, what does it mean?
لا نو. أنا بعرف نو يس يعني. وبيكوز.
Who will give us the meaning of tufayli? The one who lives off others.
اقتربت.
Depends on others to live.
جيد. هذا التشبيه. يعني إنسان من إخواني يمر في مكان عندنا في بلدنا.
In our country, the Sheikh said.
الناس إذا يعني أرادوا أن يصنعوا وليمة عرس.
If they make a big feast for a wedding or something like
يبنون
that.
بيتا في الشارع.
They build like a house in the street.
وهذا
a
البيت.
tent or something.
فهمتم؟
Yes.
فبعض الناس يرى فيدخل.
So some people they're not invited. They see the tent. They just jump in.
يظنونه من أهل العروس.
So the family of the groom, they think he's from the family of the bride.
وأهل العروس يظنونه من أهل العريس.
And the opposite, the people of the bride, they think he's.
دخل إلى الطعام دون إذن.
So he comes to eat without permission, without invitation.
فتطفل.
So this is the tufayli, the parasite, the intruder.
وضحت الصورة؟ أيوة نعم. أي دخل في مكان لم يدعى إليه.
He goes to invitations without being invited.
فأنت
That's
ترى
the طفيلي.
نفسك طفيليا.
So for you to be thankful is for you to see yourself like this person. Right? You don't deserve to eat, but you are eating. Right? You are logging on and hooking on to it and depending on others. Right? Depending on Allah.
إذا نعيد تعريف حمدون القصار.
Let us repeat the definition of Hamdun.
شكر النعمة أن ترى نفسك فيها طفيليا.
For you to be thankful for the favor of Allah is for you to view yourself regarding it as a parasite, an
إذا كنت
intruder.
مدعوا كيف تدخل؟
If you are invited, how do you enter?
لكن إذا تطفلت إلى دعوة
You enter with like dignity and pride. But if you are intruding and you are a parasite going to the invitation without being invited,
لاحظتم الفرق؟
then you sneak, you hide and as if you are ashamed, يعني. Right?
وقال الجنيد رحمه الله.
Al-Junayd said, rahimahullah,
الشكر ألا ترى نفسك أهلا للنعمة.
Showing gratitude is for you to view yourself undeserving for the favor.
شكر العامة عامة الناس.
Thankfulness of the general folks, the laymen.
على
They thank
على
for
المطعم
the food and the drink.
والشراب والملبس
and clothing.
وقوت الأبدان.
The food for the bodies. Nourishment.
وشكر أهل العلم.
This is the thankfulness of the laymen, but
والخاصة.
the thankfulness of the people of knowledge and the special people.
على التوحيد والإيمان وقوت القلوب.
They thank Allah for al-Tawheed, al-Iman, and the nourishment of the heart.
قال الجنيد
Al-Junayd said,
وقد سأله سري عن الشكر وهو صبي.
when Asari asked him on thankfulness while Al-Junayd was a child.
فقال الشكر
So he said the meaning of thankfulness.
ألا يستعان بشيء من نعم الله على معاصيه.
Thankfulness is that you do not seek the help of any of the favors of Allah that He has given you. You do not seek the help of that to disobey Allah.
هذه أي نقطة يا إخوة؟
This is, which point is this one? He
الخامسة.
said the fifth point. The fifth point of the
من يعيد
definition,
الخمسة؟
the five principles. Who will repeat the five? He said.
خضوع.
Humbling yourself
محبة.
before Him, loving Him,
اعتراف.
confession,
ثناء.
praise,
وألا أستعملها في معصية.
that you don't use it to disobey Allah.
هذه تسمى قواعد الشكر.
These are the principles for gratitude.
في كل نعمة أنعمها الله علي لابد أن ألتفت إلى هذه الخمسة.
In every favor of the favors of Allah, I have to take note and look at these 5 points.
العاقل يعلم
The wise person, he knows
أنه إن شكر
that if he was thankful,
زاده الله
then Allah will increase him in favors
وأعطاه الله.
and He will give him more.
ما الدليل؟
What is the proof?
أحسنتم. لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم
If you
ولئن
are-
كفرتم. ما المقصود إن كفرتم؟
If you are thankful, then I will increase you in favors, and if you disbelieve here, kafartum, if you deny, that is the favors, then surely my torment is severe. What is the meaning of kafartum here?
كفرتم ما معناها؟
To
طيب من يعطيني مثالا على كفر النعمة؟
deny the favors of Allah, that is. That's what the meaning of kufr here is, to deny the favors. The Sheikh said, give me an example of denying the favors.
مليان مليء.
You are given strength and power and you use it in that which is haram. That's an example.
أعطاك المني.
Giving you...
أنا المني حافظها يعني.
I know money, he said. That word I know it. Right? He gave you money and you are...
لأنه المني محبوب للقلوب.
Money is beloved to the hearts. Right?
وأعطاك المال.
He gave you the money.
فتستخدمه في
You use it in something that
في
is
معصية الله.
disobedience to
فهل
Allah.
أكون شاكرا؟
Is one thankful, the one who does that?
أعطاني القوة، أعطاني العافية،
Give me
أعطاني الصحة.
strength, well-being, health, so on and so forth.
ولذلك يجب علي أن ألتفت إلى هذا الأمر وأنظر ألا أكتم تلك النعم.
So I have to turn to this matter, to these points, and I should not be hiding and concealing the favors of Allah upon me.
سؤال: كيف أعرف شكر النعم؟
How do I know thankfulness for the favors?
الجواب عن ذلك يا إخوة
Answering this would be,
هو أن أستحضرها في ذهني.
is for me to call to mind those favors of Allah.
ثم أشاهدها وأميزها.
Then I witness the favor.
كثير من الناس لا
Many people,
يستحضروا النعمة أصلا.
they do not call to mind the favor itself. It's not present in their mind.
وكأن واجبا على الله أن يعطيه سيارة وشقة وبيت وإلى آخره.
It's as if it is compulsory upon Allah to give him a car, a flat or apartment or whatever.
ولذلك شربة الماء هذه
This is why this drink of
قد
water,
أشربها الآن.
I may drink it now,
أنا بدي أشرب يعني.
and I want to drink actually.
قد أشربها الآن.
I
كأن
may
الله
drink it.
يجب عليه أن يوفقني إلى شربها.
It's as if that Allah it is compulsory upon him والعياذ بالله, that he will facilitate for me to drink it.
وقد أشربها وأتذكر نعمة الله علي في شربها.
But I may drink it at the same time remembering the favor of Allah upon me in drinking it.
لأن كثيرا من الناس
Because many people,
لا يستحضروا تلك النعمة.
they do not call to mind this favor.
حينما تأكل سمكا
When you eat fish,
تأكل لحما
you eat meat,
دجاجا
chicken or
وعد بعد ذلك
rice,
برياني
biryani or so on and so
ورطوك
forth.
فيه امبارح.
The Sheikh said they made us eat it yesterday. You know, it was a plot.
فأقول يا إخوة حينما تستذكر نعمة الله تشكرها، إذا لم تستذكر لن تشكر.
So when you remember the favor of Allah and you call it to mind, then you will be thankful and show gratitude. Otherwise, if you don't call it to mind, you don't remember it, you won't be thankful.
لذلك قيل في الماء
This is why they said regarding water,
أغلى مفقود
the most precious lost item or
وأرخص موجود.
absent thing, and also the cheapest thing that you can find.
دخل إلى هارون الرشيد وهو في فراش الموت.
Harun al-Rashid, he was on his deathbed and someone entered.
دخل إليه حاجبه.
The person working for him, like a secretary, he came in.
فقال له هارون
So
قال
Harun,
له حاجبه
so this secretary told him,
أرأيت يا
the
أمير
guard.
المؤمنين
tell me, O Prince of Believers,
أرأيت لو أنك منعت هذه الشربة بكم تشتريها؟
if you were prevented from drinking this drink of water, how much would you pay for it?
قال بنصف ملكي.
He said, I will pay half of the things that I own, half of the kingdom.
وملك هارون الرشيد تعرفون.
What Harun al-Rashid used to own, you know how great it was. It was too much.
فقال له حاجبه
So this guard, he told him,
أرأيت إن شربتها
tell me, if you drink it
ومنعت أن تصرفها
and you were prevented from relieving yourself afterwards from the water,
بكم تشتري تصريفها؟
how much would you pay for relieving yourself from this water that you drank?
قال بالنصف الثاني.
He said the other half of the kingdom or the whatever he owns. So this guard, he told him,
سبحان الذي لا يسوى ملك هارون الرشيد بولة.
Glory be to the one who the kingdom of Harun al-Rashid is not even worth relieving yourself. A piss, يعني, that's what he said. Exactly. It's not worth a piss.
هذه تقال يا إخواني، هكذا يقال. لذلك نقول في مثل هذا الباب استحضار النعمة هو أصل شكرها.
Calling to mind the favor, witnessing it is the principle for, is the cause leading to being thankful.
لماذا كثير من الناس لا يشكرون؟
Why is it that many people are not thankful?
السبب كثير.
The reasons are many.
لكن أهم سبب
But the most important reason
أنهم لا يستشعرون النعم.
is that they don't sense and feel that they have favors and bounties.
فمثلا
Example,
طلوع الشمس
the sunrise
من المشرق إلى المغرب يأتي
from
النهار
the east and then setting in the west.
ثم غروب الشمس ويأتي الليل.
Then so the day came and then the sun has set and then the night has
نعمة
fallen.
الليل ونعمة النهار.
The favor of the day and the favor of the night.
هل يستشعر فيها كثير من الناس؟
Do many people, do they sense and feel this favor upon them day and night?
ما تقولون؟
What do you say?
لما؟
Why they don't feel it?
قالوا في المثل
They said
واكتبوها
in a
وهذه
proverb,
جيدة.
and write it down, he says,
الله يعينك على التفسير. كثرة الإمساس تفقد الإحساس.
Yes, when you are used too much to something, then you lose sensing it, because you're much too accustomed to it, then you don't feel it anymore.
وعد بعد ذلك ما شئت من النعم.
And you can list and enumerate as many favors as you want after that.
لذلك يا إخوة
This is why, brothers,
كثير من الناس لا يشكرون.
many people are not thankful.
وهو كما وصفهم الله وقليل من عبادي الشكور.
It is like what Allah said, very few of my servants are thankful.
ثم ننتقل إلى كلام آخر تكملة للإمام ابن القيم فيقول
Then we move on to other words of Imam Ibn al-Qayyim to finish this subject, and he says,
أما الثناء على المنعم. من المنعم؟
as for praising the one who gave the favor, al-Mun'im,
المتعلق بالنعمة فنوعان.
which is related to the favor, then praising him subhanahu wa ta'ala is of two types.
يعني مقصد الكلام إذا أنا أثنيت على الله بما أنعم علي هو نوعان.
If I praise Allah Azza wa Jal for whatever favors he gave me, then this praise is of two types.
عام وخاص.
A general praise and specific type of praise.
فالثناء العام
As for the general praise,
أن أصف ربي بالجود والكرم.
is to praise Allah, to attribute to him the attribute of generosity
والبر والإحسان.
and kindness and being righteous towards you,
وسعة العطاء.
and also the vastness of giving
ونحو ذلك.
and the likes of that.
وأما الخاص
As for the specific praise,
فالثناء الخاص أن أثني على الله وأتحدث بعظيم نعمه.
that I should speak about Allah, mentioning the great favors that He gave you.
من يعطيني دليلا على ذلك من القرآن؟
Who will give me a proof for that from the Quran?
وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث.
As for the favor of your Lord, then speak.
وهناك تفسير في هذا الباب لكن يعني نكفي بهذا. قال والتحدث بنعمة الله شكر كما قال في حديث جابر لكنه حديث فيه إشكال والصواب أنه صحيح. قال من صنع إليه معروف فليجزي به فإن لم يجد ما يجزي به فليثني فإنه إذا أثنى عليه فقد شكره وإن كتمه فقد كفره ومن تحلى بما لم يعطى كان كلابس ثوب يزور.
So the Sheikh said that speaking about the favor of Allah is offering thanks, as in the hadith of Jabir, which he raises to the Prophet ﷺ as a statement from the Prophet ﷺ, and the Sheikh said that there is a discussion about its authenticity, and it is authentic. It says that the one whom a favor or a good thing was done to him, then let him reward for it. If he does not find anything to give as a reward, then let him praise the one who has done it to him. For if he praises him, then he has thanked him, and or if he praised for the favor, then he has thanked, and if he concealed, then he denied the favor. And the one who adorned himself with that which he was not given, then he will be like the one who is clothing himself a garment of falsehood.
ذكر في هذا الحديث أن أقسام الناس في هذا الباب ثلاثة.
So he mentioned in this hadith that the categories of people are three.
من هم؟
Regarding thankfulness and gratitude. Who are they, the Sheikh said?
شاكر.
The one who is thankful.
شاكر يثني.
Who praises. شاكر, one who thanks and praises.
النوع الثاني جاحد يكتم.
Another one who denies and conceals the favor.
طب ما النوع الثالث؟
Who is the third one? The third category.
من يظهر أنه من أهلها وليس كذلك.
The third one is the one who shows that he is from the people of that favor, but he is not.
المتشبع بما لم يعطى كلابس ثوب زور.
The one who shows himself as if he has that favor when he was not given it, then he is like the one who is wearing a garment of falsehood.
من يفسر لي هذا الحديث؟
Who can explain to me this hadith?
نشرب معا.
Let me drink water, he said, while you are thinking of explaining this hadith.
كثير من الناس يتشبعون، يجلس في مجلس.
Many people, they show off. They show as if they have the favors and they don't.
فيقول أنا سافرت.
So they sit in a sitting, he says, I traveled, I went,
وقدمت.
I came from such and such place, I gave.
فيذكر أشياء لم يفعلها.
He mentions things that he did not do.
ويحمل نفسه أشياء ما صنعها.
And he put on himself, on his shoulders, things that he claims he did when he didn't.
هذا معنى يتشبع بما لم يعطى.
This is the one who shows that he adorns himself with something that he was not given.
مفهوم يا إخوة؟
Is it understood?
أما تجلسون مع أناس
Don't you sit with people
يتكلمون في مغامرات لم يصنعوا منها شيئا؟
who speak about adventures that they never gone through?
ما تجلسون وأنا قمت وأنا فعلت
I did, I went, I came and
ما تجلسون. هذا متشبع.
These are the ones who,
طيب كلابس ثوب زور ماذا يقصد به؟
as if one is wearing two garments of falsehood.
ثوبي إيه؟
What does it mean? Two garments of falsehood.
من حج منكم؟
Who performed Hajj amongst you?
أو عمرة.
Or a Umrah. Who did a Umrah?
ماذا يلبس؟
What do you wear?
إزار ورداء.
Izar and Rida. A garment for the top part of the body, a garment for the bottom part.
هذان ثوبان.
These are two garments.
ما يغطي الجزء السفلي هذا الإزار.
What covers the lower part, that's the Izar.
وما يغطي الجزء العلوي هذا رداء.
What covers the top, that's the Rida or the cloak.
فهو يلبس ثوبي
So
زور.
he is wearing two garments of falsehood.
أي أحاط به الزور جميعا.
So falsehood is surrounding him completely.
لأنه كذب في أن شبع نفسه بما لم يفعل أو يعطى.
That is because he lied regarding making himself look like as if he was given something which he was not given it.
ثم يذكر ابن القيم رحمه الله
Then he mentions
في أثر آخر فيقول
in another report
من
that
لم
says,
يشكر القليل لم يشكر الكثير.
the one who does not thank that which is little, he will not thank with that which is a lot.
ومن لم يشكر الناس لم يشكر الله.
And the one who does not thank the people, he will not be thankful to Allah.
والتحدث بنعمة الله شكر.
And speaking about the favor of Allah is thankfulness.
وتركه كفر أي كفر النعم.
And leaving that is ingratitude or denying the favor.
والجماعة رحمة.
And the jama'ah, the group, is mercy.
والفرقة عذاب.
And being divided is a torment.
ما المقصود الجماعة رحمة؟
What does it mean that congregation is mercy? Or the group is mercy?
وحدة القلوب.
Meaning being united in hearts.
وتفرق هؤلاء.
And being
عذاب.
divided is a torment and a punishment.
نعم. هذا القول الأول في معنى وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث أنه أن أذكر النعم وأتحدث بها.
This is the first meaning of the verse. As for the favor of your Lord, then speak. And that is, it means to speak by mentioning the favors of your Lord upon you.
وهناك قول آخر في تفسير هذه الآية وهو
The second meaning that was mentioned in the tafsir regarding this ayah
الدعوة إلى الله.
is to call, to invite to Allah.
وتبليغ الرسالة.
and to inform, to deliver the message,
وتعليم الأمة.
to teach the ummah, the nation.
مثلا
Meaning, for example,
الله عز وجل أنعم علي بالعلم،
Allah Azza wa Jal favored you with knowledge, for instance.
فمن شكر هذا العلم
By being thankful for this favor of knowledge
الذي أعطاني إياه
that Allah has given you
أن أنشره بين الناس
is for you to spread it between the people
وأن أدعو الناس إليه
and to call, invite the people to it,
وهلم جرى.
and so on and so forth.
والصواب يعلق ابن القيم رحمه الله والصواب أنه يعم النوعين.
What is correct regarding the tafsir of the ayah then is that it is general, that includes both types.
إذ كل منهما
Is
نعمة مشكور عليها.
for each one of them is a favor that you should offer thanks for.
نعيد مرة أخرى
We repeat once
لأجل
again
أن تثبت المعلومة.
so that information will
لا
be.
يكون الشاكر شاكرا حتى يتحقق عنده 5 قواعد.
The thankful one cannot establish thankfulness unless he has or until he has 5 principles.
ما هي؟
What are they?
الخضوع.
Humbling yourself before Allah.
إذن ما الذي يناقض الخضوع؟
What goes against humbling yourself?
الكبر.
Being arrogant.
قارون
Qarun, like
تسمعون
the
به؟
example of Qarun, do you hear
هل
about
خضع
him?
لله بتلك النعمة؟
Did he humble himself to Allah with that favor that he gave him?
ماذا قال قارون؟
What did he say?
إنما أوتيته على علم عندي.
He said, I only was given it because of the knowledge that I possess.
ولذلك بعض الناس بيقول بعضلاتي.
Some people say because of my muscles,
بقوتي.
by my strength,
بذكائي.
by my cleverness,
بعبقريتي.
because I am so smart.
فينسب الفضل لي
So he
نفسه ولا
attributes,
يخضع لله ويعترف.
so he attributes the bounty to himself and he does not humble himself to Allah Azza wa Jal.
وكم
Before
من
Allah.
إنسان
How many of the people
أذكى منك
who are smarter than you,
وأوعى منك
they comprehend better than you,
وأحرص منك
more diligent than you,
وأخذ بالأسباب أكثر منك
and he took the means and the measures more than you yourself,
ورزقك أنت أكثر منه
but
أضعافا.
Allah provided for you multiples or much more than he has given the other one.
فليست العبرة بالذكاء.
So the issue is not like based on being smart or
فلا
cleverness.
بد أن أخضع لربي
I have to humble myself
في
before
تلك
my
النعمة
Lord
التي أعطاني
regarding
إياها.
that favor that he has given me.
ثم أحبه عليها
Then I love him for that favor.
وأعترف بها
And I confess and I admit that
وأثني
that favor
عليه
came
بها
from him. And I should praise him with that favor.
وألا أستخدمها فيما حرم الله.
And that I should not use it in things that Allah has prohibited.
لو لم نخرج من هذا الدرس إلا بهذه الخمس
If we do not leave from this lecture except with these 5,
ونطبق ذلك عمليا على النعم التي لا تعد ولا تحصى.
and we practice this in a practical application, then that will be great.
لكفى ذلك.
And if we practice this regarding those favors that Allah has given us, then that will be good or sufficient.
فإذا أردتم يا إخوة
So if you want, oh brothers
يا أخوات
and sisters,
أن يديم عليكم النعم
that if you want that Allah will continue to have those favors be with you,
فأحسنوا شكرها.
then thank these favors in a good way.
ضمن هذه القواعد التي ذكرت.
Within these 5 principles that I mentioned.
ثم يقول
Then he says,
والشكر سبيل رسل الله وأنبيائه عليهم صلوات الله وسلامه أجمعين.
the thankfulness is the way of the messengers and the prophets عليهم الصلاة والسلام.
وهم أخص خلقه وأقربهم إليه.
And they are the most special of the creation and the closest to him سبحانه وتعالى.
هم أخص خلقه وأقربهم إليه.
They are the most special of his creation and the closest to him.
وليس من مقام أرفع من الشكر الذي يندرج فيه جميع المقامات.
There is no station that is higher than the station of thankfulness, which includes under it all the other stations of faith.
حتى المحبة.
Even love.
حتى التوكل.
Even reliance.
حتى الرضا.
Even being pleased with Allah.
وغيرها.
And other than that.
فإن الشكر لا يصح إلا بعد حصولها.
For thankfulness cannot be sound except after those other stations are achieved.
وتالله.
And by Allah,
ليس لخواص أولياء الله.
the most special of the allies of Allah
وأهل القرب منه
and those people who are very close to Him,
سبيل أرفع
they do
من
not have
الشكر
a way that is higher than thankfulness.
ولا أعلى.
Nothing higher or loftier than gratitude, showing
ركبت
gratitude.
فوكسا. فوكس. تعرف الفوكس؟ فوكس فاجن.
If you ride a Volkswagen
أو
or
أعلى.
higher than that,
أو أعلى.
or even higher than
أو
that,
أعلى.
or even higher than that,
أو أدنى.
or lower,
في جميع الأحوال
In all-
أشكر ربي
in all conditions and states I thank my Lord.
وأعود نفسي على الشكر.
And I get myself accustomed to thankfulness.
فأعود نفسي على شكر ربي في كل شيء.
So I get myself accustomed to thanking my Lord in every matter.
جاءني 1000
If I get 1,000
أو 2000
or 2,000
أو 3
or 3
أو أدنى أو أكثر،
or less or more,
أعود نفسي على شكر ربي
I get myself accustomed to thanking my Lord.
وأقول لك الحمد يا رب
And I say to you belong all the praise
على ما أنعمت وتفضلت
for whatever you favored me and whatever bounties you gave me.
فإن أعطاني شكرت
If he gave me, I will be thankful.
وإن منعني صبرت
And if he withholds from me, I am patient.
وفي جميع الأحوال توكلت
And in all conditions, I am relying upon Allah.
وغلفت هذا جميعا بالمحبة.
And I cover all of this with love.
بهذا أستقيم
In this way, I will be steadfast.
في حياتي
In this life,
وأكون تابعا ومتأسيا بأنبياء الله.
and I will be following and taking as an example the prophets of Allah.
ثم يعلق ابن القيم رحمه الله فيقول:
Then he comments عليه رحمة الله and says,
وإنعام الرب
and the Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala
سبحانه على عبده
when he favors his servant,
إحسان إليه
this is an act of kindness that he does to him
وتفضل عليه
and a bounty that he gave him.
ومجرد امتنان
And this is only a favor that he is doing to him.
لا لحاجة منه إليه
Not because he needs him in any way,
ولا لمعاوضة يطلبها منه
and not for anything that he will take in place of that favor that he has
هل
given.
يطلب الله منكم أن تطعموه
Does Allah ask you to feed him
أو ترزقوه
or provide for him
حينما يطعمكم ويرزقكم؟
when he feeds you and provides for you?
والآية أو الآيات في سورة الذاريات واضحة.
And the verses in Surah Al-Dhariyat are clear.
من يذكرها؟
Who mentions them?
وما خلقت
I have not created
الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون.
I have not created jinn and humans except for my worship.
ما أريد منهم من رزق
I do not want from them provision,
وما أريد أن يطعمون.
and I do not want them to feed me.
إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين.
Surely Allah is the one who is the provider, the one who is strong and mighty.
وحينما أمرك الله أن تشكره
When Allah ordered you to thank Him,
فهي نعمة أخرى ينعمها عليك.
this is now another favor that He is giving you.
لأنه إن وفقك إلى شكره
Because if He facilitated for you to thank Him,
فسيعطيك ويزيد.
then He will give you and will increase you.
ومن شكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه.
And the one who is thankful, then he will only be thanking for the benefit of his own self, as in the Quran.
فأن توفق إلى الشكر
So for you to be facilitated to thank Allah,
يحتاج إلى شكر.
then this in itself is a favor that you need to thank Allah for.
وتوفيقك إلى الشكر يحتاج إلى شكر آخر.
Then your facilitation to show gratitude, then this needs from you another thankfulness, showing even more gratitude,
وهلم جرا.
and so on and so forth.
لذلك يا إخوة
This is why
لا بد
brothers,
أن يتذكر الإنسان عظيم نعم الله عليه.
the human being must remember the favors of Allah upon him.
والله عز وجل يقول
And Allah says,
وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها.
were you to count the favors of Allah, you will not be able to enlist them.
وحتى نستشعر بها
And so that we will sense and feel the favor
ونتذكرها
and we remember it,
يجب أن نكون دائمي التذكر لها والاستحضار.
we must be continuously remembering it and continuously calling that favor to mind,
في صغير الأمور وكبيرها.
whether it's a small thing or a big thing.
وكل ذلك من نعم الله عليك.
And all of that is from the favors of Allah upon you.
والدنيا دار ابتلاء
This worldly life is a place for examination.
ودار امتحان واختبار.
It is for test. It is a place of testing.
كما يبتليهم بالبأساء
Exactly like Allah tests the people with
ليرى-
hardship
ليرى صبرهم.
to see how patient they are.
يبتليهم بالنعماء ليرى شكرهم.
He tests them subhanahu wa ta'ala with favors and bounties, so for to see how thankful they are.
سؤال
A question:
أيهما أصعب؟
which one is more difficult?
ابتلاء السراء أم ابتلاء الضراء؟
To be tried and tested with good things, with favors, or to be tried and tested with difficulties
ولماذا؟
and hardship, and why? Which one is more difficult and why? يقول بالسراء.
ابتلاء السراء أشد. طيب من يوافق على هذا؟
Who agrees with him that with good
طب من لا
being
يوافق على
tested?
هذا؟
Who doesn't agree with this?
كلاهما ابتلاء لكن
Both of them are
لكن نحن
trials.
نقول أيهما أشد يعني
which one
كلاهما
is
شديد.
which one is more difficult? Both of them are difficult. Which one is more difficult? We're asking.
كم نسبة من ينجح في شكر النعم؟
What is the percentage of those who are successful in terms of thanking the favors?
كثير أم قليل؟
Many or little?
قليل.
They are little, not a lot.
بدليل
The proof,
وقليل من عبادي
as in the ayah, very few of my slaves are thankful.
لأن كثيرا من الناس إذا أنعم عليه
Because many of the people, or a lot of people, when they are favored, they become
تكبر وتجبر
arrogant and prideful.
وقال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي
And he says, I have been given it because of a knowledge that I possess.
وهو بذكائي
And it is because of my cleverness.
فضل ضلالا مبينا
And in this way, he will be completely misguided.
وخسر خسرانا عظيما.
And he will be completely at loss.
وفي المقابل
On the other hand,
كثير من الناس حينما يبتلى بالفقر
many people, when they are tested with poverty
أو يبتلى بذهاب الولد
or with losing a child
أو أي مصيبة تحل
or
به
any calamity that befalls him,
يرجع ويتوب ويؤوب
he retracts, he goes back to Allah and he repents.
بخلاف الأول.
Unlike the other one, the first
لذلك
one.
أيهما تحب؟
This is why, which one of them that you like?
الأول أم الثاني؟
The first or the second?
ومن يجيب إجابة صحيحة يكون متذكرا ما قلنا سابقا.
Okay, so if you're going to answer a correct answer, you must be someone who remembers what we mentioned before.
أيهما أحب إليك؟
Which one is more beloved to you? To be tested with
أن تكون بورا
good or to be tested with bad things, you know?
لا ما يعني.
So this brother, he says, I love both. The Sheikh told him no.
ايش بيقول الشيخ؟ نعم. ماذا يقول؟
Man, what do you say? It's better to have the hardship. يقول أحسن أن يبتلى بالضراء.
أحسنت. لكن أحبهما إلى الله مش قل ما ذكرنا هذا؟ ما ذكرنا قصة سفيان الثوري.
He said we mentioned to you the story of Sufyan al-Thawri and Wahib ibn al-Ward.
تذكرون؟ مع يوسف بن أسباط.
Yeah, with Yusuf ibn Asbat, the three of them.
وقال أحبهما إلي أحبهما إلى الله.
The most beloved of them to me is the most beloved to Allah.
لكن أنا لا أتمنى.
But I do not wish.
ولا يجوز لي أن أتمنى.
And it is not allowed to wish.
وأسأل الله دائما العفو والعافية.
And I always ask Allah for safety and security and well-being. You do not wish to be put through difficulties.
أحد الصحابة
One of the companions,
قال ودعا.
he said and he made dua saying,
اللهم
O Allah,
ما كنت مؤخره لي في الآخرة من العذاب فعجله لي في الدنيا.
whatever you are going to punish me with in the next life, O Allah, rush it for me now in this worldly life.
فمرض مرضا شديدا
He got very, very, very sick.
حتى أصبح كالفرخ.
He became like a little chicken.
فعاده النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
So Rasulullah sallallahu visited him as he was sick.
فلما علم به أو بما دعا.
So when he knew what kind of a dua he made,
غضب عليه.
he got angry عليه الصلاة والسلام.
وقال هلا قال اللهم إني أسألك العفو والعافية.
Shouldn't he said, shouldn't he have said, Oh Allah, I ask you for security and well-being.
فالأصل في الإنسان ألا يتمنى. لكن إن كان
principle,
ولا بد.
The principle is that you should not be wishing trials and difficulties. But then if you must,
فأنا مع اختيار الله لي.
then you say, I choose whatever Allah chooses for me.
على كل حال.
Anyways,
الإمام أو الشاعر المشهور أبو العتاهية له أبيات جميلة في هذا الباب.
Famous poet Abu al-Atahiya, he has lines of poetry in this regard.
يقول رحمه الله.
He said,
لعمرك ما الدنيا بدار بقائي كفاك بدار الموت دار فنائي.
By Allah, this worldly life is not a world to stay forever. الطرف الثاني يا شيخ.
كفاك بدار الموت دار فنائي.
Enough for you or suffice for you the place where people die, enough that is sufficient for you to know that it is a place of perishing.
فلا تعشق الدنيا فأخي فإنها.
Do not fall in love with the worldly life, my brother, because
ترى عاشق الدنيا بدار بلائي.
Because you would see the one who is completely in love or infatuated with the worldly life, he is in trials.
حلاوتها ممزوجة بمرارة.
The sweetness of the worldly life is mixed with a bitter taste.
وراحتها ممزوجة بعناء.
And the peace and resting in it is mixed with a lot of difficulties.
فلا تمشي يوما في ثياب مخيلة.
Do not walk in any one day pridefully.
فإنك من طين خلقت وماء.
For surely you were created from clay and water.
هذه أبيات لأبي العتاهية رحمه الله.
These
أقرأها دون ترجمة حتى تكون مجتمعة جميعا.
Lines of poetry. He said he will read it now without translation. So together you will.
لعمرك ما الدنيا بدار بقائي كفاك بدار الموت دار فنائي. فلا تعشق الدنيا أخي فإنها ترى عاشق الدنيا بجهد بلائي. حلاوتها ممزوجة بمرارة وراحتها ممزوجة بعناء فلا تمشي يوما في ثياب مخيلة فإنك من طين خلقت وماء. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد.
جزاكم الله خيرا يا شيخ.
إذا كان في أسئلة.
يلا بسم الله.
تفضل.
في حديث سأل موسى ربه كيف أشكرك والنعم وشكري لك النعمة تستحق الشكر عليك. الحديث صحيح ولا؟
This is he is asking about a hadith that Musa alayhi salatu wassalam asked Allah Azza wa Jal, how is it that I should thank you for the favor, and thanking you is a favor in itself that I should thank you for. Is this authentic? He's asking.
والله ما سمعته إلا الساعة. ما أعرف. تفضل.
The Sheikh said, I haven't heard this statement.
لكن المعنى صحيح وذكرت هذا قبل قليل.
But the meaning is correct, and I mentioned this just
لكن قد يكون من الإسرائيليات يعني.
maybe it's from the narrations from the children of Israel.
نعم تفضل.
Any questions, inshallah, regarding the topic itself, or otherwise we... there's a question about al-istikhara. If you pray istikhara and you do the required actions for a job, but you do not get it, should you stop trying or should you continue to try? In other words, should you accept the decree from Allah or remain steadfast in your efforts? يقول لو صليت الاستخارة يعني وفعلت المطلوب من أجل الحصول على عمل، ولكن أنت لا تحصل على ذاك العمل، هل يتوقف عن المحاولة أم يستمر؟ يعني بكلام آخر أو بكلمات أخرى، هل أقبل القضاء من الله أم أستمر في المحاولة وبذل الجهد للحصول على العمل؟
أولا لا مانع من أن يستخير أكثر من مرة.
First of all, there is no harm that you perform istikhara more than one time.
وليس شرطا أن ترى رؤية.
And it is not a condition that you will see a dream.
وتأخذ بالأسباب.
And you take the necessary means and measures.
وتسعى فيها.
And you work regarding that. Labor hard.
فإن شعرت أنها قد وفقت ويسرت.
So if you find that thing you're asking has been made easy and was facilitated for you,
فامضي.
So go on with it.
وإلا
Otherwise,
فهذا من الاستخارة.
This is from the istikhara.
مثلا استخرت على خطبة فتاة.
For instance, you pray the istikhara for the proposing to
فلا
a girl.
مانع أن أكرر الاستخارة.
There is no harm that you repeat praying the istikhara again.
وأتقدم إلى خطبتها.
And you propose. You go on and you propose.
فإن شعرت أن شروطا زائدة فوق المعتاد قد وضعت.
So if I feel that they stipulated conditions more than what is normal,
أو شروط قد اشترطت.
or there are conditions that were put,
منطقية.
that were stipulated that are not
لا
logical,
مانع أن
not
أحاول
acceptable.
مرة أخرى.
There is no harm that I should try again.
في مناقشتهم في هذه الشروط.
Discussing these conditions that they set for me.
فإن لم.
So if they do not agree,
أسلم لربي.
then I surrender to Allah.
وهذا هو معنى الاستخارة.
This is the meaning of istikhara. please advise when you get an evil eye. We read 3 surah. إخلاص الناس الفلق. Is this will repel the evil eye. يقول عندما يصاب الإنسان بالعين نقرأ السور الثلاثة قل والله واحد والفلق والناس. هل هذا يكفي في دفع الإصابة بالعين؟
لا يكفي.
No, this is not sufficient.
وأول علاج
The first
إذا
treatment.
استطعت أن أدفع العين أن أعرف من أصاب بالعين.
The first thing that you treat when you get hit with an evil eye is to try to find who is the one who hit you with that evil eye.
يعني مثلا
Meaning,
ذهب ابني
example.
إلى أحد البقالين الباعة يعني.
So, for instance, you send your child to one of those merchants.
فقال له ما هذا الطول؟
So he said to him, how mashallah,
ما هذا الجمال؟
how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how tall you are.
فرجع الولد إلى البيت ومرض مرضا مفاجئا.
So your child came back home and just got sick out of a sudden.
هنا أعرف أن الذي أصابه بالعين فلان.
So here in this case I will know that the one who hit him with the eye is so and so.
فالسنة في مثل هذا
The sunnah regarding this
أن أذهب إليه
is to go to him
وآخذ من بقية وضوئه
and I take off the water left over of his
أو أي أثر من
wudu,
أثره.
or any traces of his traces.
وقد أمرنا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم
And the Prophet ﷺ ordered us
إذا طلب منا ذلك أن نجيب.
that if people ask us to do that, to give them whatever they want, then we should respond to that.
لأن كل عين تصيب.
Because every eye may hit.
فقد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم
For the Prophet ﷺ said,
كما في الصحيحين
as in the Sahihain, Bukhari Muslim,
وإذا استغسلتم فاغسلوا.
and if you are asked to wash and give the water from that wash from your body, then do that.
وإذا ما استطعت أن آخذ
And if I cannot take that from them, the
أو
water or
شرس
traces,
الطباع
or the person is a rough guy, you cannot ask him really,
أبذل جهدي أن آخذ شيئا من أثره
I
من
do
لباسه
my very
وطبعه.
best to take anything of his traces,
وأضعها
clothes or
في
whatever. I put it in water,
ثم
يعني without his knowledge. يعني.
أغسل هذا الولد به.
And then I wash the one who was hit with the eye, I wash him with that
وقد
water.
فعل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ذلك
And the Prophet ﷺ did that
بالصحابي الذي ذكرنا أمره قبل ما أدري البارحة أو قبله.
to that companion that we mentioned his situation yesterday or the day before.
هذا إن عرفت من أعانه.
This is if I know the one who hit with the eye.
فإذا لم أعرف
If I didn't know,
هنا ألجأ إلى قضية
then
القرآن الكريم.
you refer to reciting the Quran.
وطبعا لا أكتفي في هذه.
This is not just, do not restrict yourself to only
آية
these 3
الكرسي.
surahs, but Ayatul Kursi recited also.
آخر آيتين من سورة البقرة.
The last 2 verses from Surah Al-Baqarah,
فواتح البقرة أيضا.
the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah
من
also,
سورة الصافات.
part of Surah As-Saffat.
أي يعني من هو قل يا أيها الكافرون.
قل يا أيها الكافرون also.
ونحو ذلك ثم
And the
دعاء.
likes of that. And then
مثلاً.
you make dua.
ومن الدعاء الذي ينبغي أن تحفظوه
From the dua that you should memorize,
7 مرات تقول
7 times you should say,
أسأل الله العظيم
I ask Allah the Great,
رب العرش العظيم
the Lord of the Great Throne,
أن يشفيك.
to heal you.
يقولها 7 مرات.
You say it 7 times.
أسأل الله العظيم
I ask Allah the
رب
Great,
العرش العظيم
the Lord of the Great
أن
Throne,
يشفيك.
to heal you.
يقولها 7 مرات.
7 times
وغير
you say that.
ذلك تضع على
And other
يدك
than
على
that of dhikr and
جسده
dua, you place your hand on his
تقول
body.
أسأل الله رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيك. أسأل الله العظيم أن يشفيك. أسأل الله أن يشفيك. وهلم
To
مجرة.
ask
وهناك
shifa for him.
الكتب موجود فيها الأدعية.
And there are
ثبتت عن النبي
booklets
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
that have du'as in them that are authentically
وأنصح هنا
narrated from
يا
the Prophet
إخوة خاصة
ﷺ.
الأطفال إذا كان الطفل مميز
And I advise you, especially regarding the children, if he
ج-
reached the age of discernment
جميل
and he looks good,
أو حرك
handsome, or he is someone who's active,
يعني يلفت الانتباه،
he grabs the attention of others.
يرقيه والده أو والدته كل صباح،
You should do a ruqya for him every day in the morning
يحصنه،
to protect him and fortify him.
فهذا التحصين يخفف.
For this protection will reduce.
التحصين أحصنه بالدعاء.
You protect him by making dua for him, because this reduces the him being hit, the chances of him being hit.
التحصين مأخوذ من الحصن.
Tahsin is taken from the hisan, which is the
كأنني
fort,
وضعته في
fortification.
حصن.
So as if you fortify him, you put him in a fort by this dhikr and dua that you make for him.
وحميت الحصن يعني قصور الملوك والأمراء تكون محاطة بالجنود.
The mansions of the kings and the princes,
فالأدعية هذه
they're surrounded by the soldiers. So
هي هذه
these
الجنود.
du'as that you make, these are like the soldiers that are guarding you,
التي تحميك
which protect
بإذن
you
الله سبحانه.
by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How do we confess favors of Allah? ما المقصود بالاعتراف بنعم الله علينا أن نعترف بها؟
كلام طويل كل الدرس. أن أعترف بنعم الله علي.
To confess the favors of Allah upon
ضربت
me,
مثالا على ذلك.
I gave the example.
مثلا رزقني الله وظيفة.
Allah granted me a job.
فأعترف
So I confess
أن الذي يسر الله لي هذه الوظيفة الله.
that the one who facilitated this job for me is Allah.
وليست قوتي
Not my strength,
ولا ذكائي
not my cleverness,
ولا سعي.
not my labor.
لأن غيري قد سعى
Because other than me, they labored and strived
أكثر مني
more than me.
ولم يوفق.
But they were not facilitated to achieve.
فالتوفيق أولا وآخرا بيد من؟
So facilitation, first and foremost, is in the hands of who?
فأعترف
It's in
لربي
the hands of Allah.
تلك النعم.
So I confess and I admit that those favors are from Allah.
أنها منه سبحانه.
That He is the one who sent them to me. He is the
وغير
one
ذلك
who
هذا
delivered
مثال
them to me.
على ذلك.
And other than that, this is just an example for that.
وما بكم من نعمة فمن الله.
Whatever favor you have, it is then from Allah.
الأذان متى؟
الآن تقريبا يعني.